All right, give me a moment. We're going to swing the dome and the scope, and we'll be right back. Uh, Certainly, at 2.1 second, it's recording testing. What we're going to do now is increase the exposure. Obviously, this is a much dimmer object than a star cluster. So we're just going to stop this for a moment. I'm going to pump that up to about, maybe 10 seconds. That should be enough. We are going to have to lower the histogram, obviously. It's going to be way too bright for that and overexposed. And just give me a moment, folks. We're going to take care of that right now. Uh, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, hang on a sec. Let me lower down the gamma a little bit. And there we go. That's not too bad for 10 seconds. This is directly in the light pollution of Ogdensburg, New York. And unfortunate, but it is what it is. Beautiful image, actually. Very, very nice. Quite impressive. Okay, let's do a little bit of adjustment here for a 10-second exposure and see what kind of result we're going to get. Not like the 16-inch of last night, obviously, and this is what we need to tinker with a little bit and try to get the best adjustment possible with the shortest amount of exposure. So right now we are at, oh, it says 11 here. It should be 10. Sorry about that. Just a second, folks. We're going to correct that. There we go. This is 10 seconds. This is just there's no dark field correction or anything here. This is raw, no filters, no nothing. I'm using the point 0.5 focal reducer from the universe onto the VRC8. The VRC8 is a Ricci Christian optical tube. Technically speaking, you're not supposed to use a focal reducer on a Ricci Christian. You can't. You're going to get coma, which is normal. And this is what we're getting here. If you look at the lower right, lower left, and upper left, and upper right, we got this coma effect. This is what a correction of a Ricci Christian is on the mirror itself. So we're certainly going to get that. But I do have a spacer ring on there. I should be able to remove that and just use the focal reducer only, and I should be able to get rid of this coma in there. We just got a little bit too much of an aggressive reduction. We're about at f4, f4.5-ish. Nonetheless, look at the size of the object here and what we're seeing for a 10-second exposure. It's quite remarkable. Very, very nice. No, there's no zoom. There's no zoom whatsoever. It is it is wider than higher on NSN, but the actual format is 4:3. On NSN, it's being broadcasted by 16:9, more or less. I did that simply because to save bandwidth. I don't have enough bandwidth with this computer here to broadcast wirelessly, which I'm doing now. And so that's why the image looks funny a little bit on there. Let's pump that up a little bit more, folks. We're going to jump that to 20-second exposure like we had yesterday using the 16-inch. So, hey, let's give it a try and see what kind of result we're going to get here. I'm very curious to find out. 10 seconds, 11, 12. We're going towards 20. So we can jump up from 10 to 20 in a moment. And there you go. This is 20-second exposure. We certainly see a lot more. And in this case, I think I might be able to bring down the histogram a little bit, or so we can adjust the contrast a little bit and try to get a decent look. Whoops, this is too dark. Okay, a little bit too much of an aggressive, contrast. So let's go back to default, and let's get back our image. There you go. This is 20-second exposure. Very nice. I think if we lower the gamma a little bit, or increase the gamma, we're going to get a nice dark background. This is directly on to, we're pointing directly to Auguste New York light pollution. I cannot see stars on that side because of the light pollution. Okay, let me do a little bit of adjustment here and there, folks, and see what kind of result we're going to get. So far, so good. For the 8-inch, it's doing well. I bet you we could easily go with the 8-inch at f8 without a focal reducer on this. Our result will be spectacular. Wow, this is nice. Very nice. 20-second exposure is not bad at all. It's very usable. And what we're going to do is this. I've taken a few dark field correction earlier and stored them. And one of them was a 20-second right here. There we go. And we are going to activate the dark field correction. Yeah, it is. That's why, folks, I've got this rigged up this way here. The way the screen is, there's a huge delay, and I'm using wireless internet at the moment from the house router. And okay, here we go. Just a sec. I need to readjust the gamma on the same way as when I took the dark field correction on the fly. So let's wait for another. There you go. Here's the dark field correction active. There's not one hot pixel, not one warm pixel. Dark current noise is very low. There is no ample whatsoever. Everything is gone. So that is working very well. I'm gonna bring down the gamma a little bit, make it a little bit darker. I'm not sure if you can read what it says on the software on the left side of it. I just wish you'd see the full screen here, which is 4 by 3. It's remarkable. It's incredible to look at. I'm just trying to adjust the gamma here to get the best image possible. And boy, oh boy, is it ever nice. It's only 20 seconds. We can always push it to 30. I did take a, there we go. Now we got it. That's the one that we want. Okay, let's stop the dark field correction. So the next refresh on the next frame of 20 seconds, we're going to see a bunch of hot pixels and what have you. And it's going to show us a difference here with and without. There you go. This is without. And I'm going to change the exposure to 30. I'm going to pump that up to 30 seconds. This is 20 in a moment. And I'm going to bring that up to about 30. I doubt we'll need to go over 30 seconds. and I highly doubt it. Results are very impressive with the 8 inch. And as I said, I'd be so curious to try it out without a focal reducer. We would probably need a bit longer exposure to compensate. Uh, but wow, with such a large sensor and smaller pixels, we definitely do need uh, to readjust everything. And there we go. Let's uh, let's go get the 30-second dart frame and let's enable that and see what we're going to get for results. See how much trouble we're going to get into. Just 30-second exposure only. Very short still. Wow. Beautiful. They're gorgeous. Really, really nice. For live situation, it's the best. And also for imaging, I would love to do imaging with this. There is an imaging mode, obviously, that can be done. In fact, we could actually take a snap right now. Here's the live view, and this is the actual image. There you go. This is the image I just took. There's a button called snap. You can just snap it away. You could post-process it if you wish, or do whatever you want to the image. And here it is. This is the actual image. Gonna get rid of it. And we're back on live. This is back on live. This is most impressive. Holy moly. I haven't got blown away like this for years. Ever since the exterminators and the extreme, that was one thing, and they still rank up there for me. But hell of a gun, folks. Those new sensors are working out really good. So I'm very, very delighted about this. And this is a new era in video. And as I said last night, exactly, you don't need a hyperstar, but I would love to see a hyperstar with this camera. Jack, it's gonna blow it away. I mean, the exposure is gonna be overexposed. The sensor is so sensitive. There's not one on the market that has the sensitivity and image quality. The company guaranteed me this, the maker of the sensor, of the CMOS, and they were right. And one of the things I was really impressed, again, I have to repeat this, is the engineering paper that they gave me has 132 pages. And I tell you, um, we've done the test that they pretty well suggest on how they've done their test to obtain certain values, and we were bang on. We just came with the same result as they did. And compared to Sony, for example, Sony always exaggerate their findings, or they don't, or basically they don't specify the conditions on how they do the test. These guys here did, and this is really important. And let me put it that way: this sensor is more sensitive, or should be more sensitive than the ICX 828 and 829. It's way, way more sensitive than the ICX 825. It's not even comparable, in fact. Uh, I haven't seen a sensor of that size, that small pixel with that type of sensitivity. It's unheard of in the industry. So other companies are going to have a hard time to follow us with this one, and we're going to rewrite the way video astronomy is now, and it's beginning tonight. It began last night, actually. This is the latest state-of-the-art electronics, the latest state-of-the-art sensors. So why anyone in their right mind would go out and buy a camera that uses old technology, such as a CCD, introduced by other companies, as they are trying to get rid of their stock on that. And instead of, I think this is the way to go. Obviously, the field of view is beautiful. Stars are so pinpoint, it makes me sick. I've never had pinpoint stars like that. And the objects are really colorful. The colors are very well balanced. In fact, I could show you that here. If you look on the left hand side, red, green, and blue are all set to 0. I didn't even have to touch anything. Absolutely nothing. The only difference here tonight, last night I was running the camera on 12 bits. Tonight it's running on 8 bits. And instead of using USB 3, because the camera is a USB 3, it's running on USB 2 right now. The camera is backwards compatible. You've never heard of that before. If USB 3 is not available, you can use it on USB 2. And this is what I'm doing tonight. So this prototype is being tested with USB 2 tonight at 8 bit instead of 12. And the result is still spectacular, to say the least.